Okay, we're live. Still gotta get used to that. For some reason it acts differently on this channel. I'm gonna change some settings, let people join here. And also, I want to see if I can get the chat working today. Because it didn't work yesterday. Okay, so you guys are chatting, but it doesn't show up on stream. Give me a second. Should be able to fix this. Okay, no, I can't fix this. I don't know what's wrong with it. I thought I fixed it last night. Honestly, whatever. No chat overlay for today, I guess. I did fine on the Silksong stream yesterday. I'm gonna have to figure out what's wrong with that. That's so weird. No, why though? Whatever. I think OBS still thinks I'm on my main channel. Wait, what? It works. Cool. Awesome. I guess I'll go back to OBS then. So, the plan for today is to take all the bees we made yesterday. I should record, because this is important. Plan for today is to take all the bees we got yesterday in here and automate them. So these bees I don't think I'll do today. Actually, no, Phobos bee goes there. These bees are separate. Rare Earth, Lapotron, and Indium. Those go in the old system. I don't want to deal with that right now. These all go in a new system, though, because all of these are producing the rocks for a planet, and DOB is just producing DOB comb. But what they all have in common is that they have to be centrifuged. DOB is a bit ridiculous like that, but IO needs, well, it turns into Jupiter comb, which centrifuges into all these things, which are then centrifuged again. So we need a bunch of centrifuges and a bunch of industrial apiaries. Is the music too loud? I think the music's a bit loud. We're fine, though. Oh, why is gasoline? Give me a second. We'll be back to bees in like a few seconds. I need to figure out why the hell this isn't running. Breaks every 2 minutes. How are you missing everything? Oh, you're missing ethanol. Or, wait, ethanol or methanol? Ethanol. You need ethylene and what else? Steam. Why don't we have steam? You should... Oh, wow. You should still be receiving elementum. Oh, right. That whole system's down now. Then we'll do a fluid heater. Honestly, HV should be fine. This is the last of the old diesel system getting destroyed here. I was gonna try to continue running on its steam buffer, but clearly that doesn't work. Because there's no more alimentum. The infused seed system's down. And I'm too lazy to fix it, because it's all magic shit. Low anime tech, if that's how you're supposed to pronounce that. I'm trying to get better at actually interacting with chat, because I've noticed that I ignore anything I don't necessarily want to interact with. But I see like Flurbin will at least read out most messages. Also, this is a problem. Can I reset these? No. Okay, honestly, they're worth less than the storage space they're taking up. Oh, that's all LUV. That's so weird. Honestly, if this is LUV, it's just easier if I... No, never mind. Okay, we'll just use the reservoir we have here. How do I want to do this? I guess we just spam a bunch of transformers. Yeah, I'm just fixing steam right now, because apparently our old source of steam got destroyed, so I have to get a new fluid heater. We were using a boiler before, but now we don't have any fuel to run that boiler, and I don't want to, like, burn our diamonds, so... Okay. What is that? Heated water. Oh boy. We'll just do this. Oh, we're missing one cable. Bee day yet again. We'll not bee breeding. We're done all the bee breeding now. Now what we're doing is, setting up the automation for those bees. Well, right now I'm actually just fixing diesel, well, just fixing gasoline again. But once I'm done fixing this, then we're gonna be setting up all the automation for the bees. So that's turning all of their resources into something usable for storage. Anyways, that should get this on again. Yep, there's steam, ethylene, there it goes. Okay. Jeez, I moved fast. So, where should we start here? Let's start with Phobos, because that's where we started yesterday. I need a cable in here. Look at the cable under the whole system. Oh, this is below the maintenance floor. Dude, I'm so excited for LUV when we get copy and paste. It'll be so peak for building. Oh, right, I put a pipe there. How am I styling this? Because this is all gonna be cable routing here. Wait, what? Why doesn't this make sense? Oh, that's a 4-block wide wall. Okay, I was confused. Do I want this whole area in one big maintenance section? Yeah, sure. You guys have all been scammed. This is actually just a building stream now. No, I'm not going to be building for long. Also, this should not be here. How do I handle this? There's a little wall there now. Can take a block out of here. If necessary. I don't know if that accomplishes anything. Yeah, so what am I thinking here? What exactly do I want this to look like? Because I don't want it to look identical to the maintenance floor. This isn't technically the maintenance floor, it's a bit lower. Our maintenance floor is something like this. And so... how do I make this distinct? Well, it's a very low roof. And it's hidden on the same level as the MV floor. The system above here is generating a bunch of resources. What if I have some, like, waste chutes coming down? And then it's dumping it over into here. Oh, that would be cool. Because there's going to be a lot of, like, processing above here that generates the base's resources, so it makes sense if there's, like, random waste products that we funnel through the bottom. Send it over the edge here. Because there is a conveniently placed gigantic pit over here. Yeah, I'll do that. And I'll have the floor kind of similar to the bottom of the base. Let me... Oh, this is deeper than the bottom. Yeah, down here. I'll try to copy this design. There's a bunch of cetane in here. What the hell? Cetane for part of it. Gasoline for the rest. Guess there's still some cetane being burned. Oh, this is kind of a hard design to do, though. How do I get a waste chute here? Need a matter manipulator. Why are you giving me those quests? Fascinating, okay. Ah, man, I can't think of how I'm gonna make this work out. Okay, so let's just do one thing at a time here. I want to get some kind of platform there. Then I'm gonna end the platform here. So then all the garbage should get funneled off that side. This is just turning into a building stream, I realize that. Top 10 matter manipulator moments of all time. Holy. Where's the hole here? There's the hole. That'll be our entrance door. Never seen this YouTuber before, he sounds like Hecuba. No, we hate Hecuba here. Actual slop tuber. First people say I sound like Technoblade, then they think I sound like Hecuba? Ugh. Come on. Larpuba. Okay, I shouldn't build for too long, because this is a bee stream, after all. But I'm kind of in a bit of a flow state right now. Oh, this is right under the platforms. Oh, but that means this is where I have to power them. Oh, that makes things actually really inconvenient for what I wanted to do. Okay, I should actually mark the floor here. Okay, could I somehow turn this into... Nah, it doesn't quite look right. How do I make what I want here? I had such a cool idea. I don't think I can do that with blocks, though. Not with my lack of building skill. We'll try something like this as a compromise. Oh shit, I just ran out of charge on my harness. Am I out of range, or...? Uh-oh. No, I was just out of range, okay. I thought somehow Soy's network went down again. Which is really rare. I have to sit here and charge, though. Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna have to get a better source of... well, better mode of flight, then. If the base is now too wide. Also, whoa, look at the map. Dude. That looks so cool. Deltarune today. This is very random. Oh, I see. There's a Nintendo Direct. Well, all I'm saying is Silksong Sea of Sorrow should come out pretty soon. Surely. Or did it already happen? Spamming Silksong at the Nintendo Direct will never stop, by the way. Sea of Sorrow will be a secret area in Chapter 5. True. Oh, whoops. Okay, that seems like a very inefficient way of doing it. Building stream today? Not supposed to be, but it has ended up being that way. I want to get all the bees set up here, but then it's like, oh, I need a maintenance floor, and now I'm building a maintenance floor. Okay, this actually would have worked a lot better if I just put a pillar here, then here, and then just copy that the whole length. Yeah, everything works better this way. Hold on. I can remove all this. I can remove all this. Yeah, this is a bit better. Because I don't need that much access here. Come on, where's all the people glazing this song? We're throwing. You making a new shop? Not right now. maybe in a few streams. Or sorry, not this strong. Not this song. Sorry. A Loyal is the one everyone glazes. How am I getting these mixed up? Here's the one. Should listen to Hollow Knight Piano Collection. You say that like every day. Like maybe I will. It sounds like something I'd be interested in, but like also damn, every day. Oh shit. Wait, better than that. You should listen to music, I think you'd like it. No. I've tried it before. Kinda weird. What on earth? Oh, okay, I'm one block off. That's enough of that. Let's actually do some work now. Who ping? So I don't know where our... Oh, there it is. What voltage do I want to put this whole system at? I think I'll just transform down to Ivy. Oh, that reminds me, we need a new 64A dynamo hatch here. What do you mean we can't craft those? Literally every part of that is craftable. Oh, there's... No, I think I just forgot to label it. I don't have a quartz knife. Um, 2021. There we go. Yeah, I just need to double up the output on this LSC, and then I'll probably also increase the batteries a bit, and also figure out what the hell this system's doing, and then I can have a little bit more of a stable power grid, because right now power spikes basically just kill it instantly. In fact, this might be a bit too much. Ah, I think it's fine. Okay, that's our cable. I'm gonna get some spray paint in here, and then we can finally actually get to work. So, let's do a little bit of math here, because I need to balance these centrifuges and what processes they're working on. I'm gonna have 4 centrifuges, but I don't know which ones are working on what. So, we're gonna have a Jupiter B, a Ceres B, and a Io B. So the Jupiter B will produce all of this, and Jupiter Comb, which produces all this, and that kind of balances out to 1 average for all these. That's about 15% for each of these. And then here... Oh, it's gonna complicate things. I think I'm just gonna add all the percentages together. I think that makes some sense. The 15% and then 25% for all except for Io stone, which should be 35%. And these are all really slow recipes. No, maybe this is a better way of looking at it, because the Jupiter Comb is like 15 seconds. And then all these stone dusts are like incredibly long. If I look at Io stone, that's EV 200 seconds. Okay, we'll have 1 for Jupiter Comb, and the rest are just for stone dusts. Oh, nice voice crack. Oh, I don't want to put that there. Oh, this is the Io section. Or the Jupiter section. I need to do Phobos. Okay, Phobos is a bit interesting. What exactly are we getting from the Phobos bee? We're getting plutonium and dash. Wait, why is this dog shit? Why is this kind of mid as shit? Bauxite isn't used for anything. Dash has a dedicated bee, so why would I do that? Check the comb. Oh, I guess there's a little bit in here. Still not great. Why are we doing Phobos? Did I mix it up with Deimos? Deimos does look better. Deimos does look significantly better. Still not amazing. What is Dash? It's a Galactic Craft metal. Did I mess up here? Looks like I messed up a little bit. Because all those bees seem incredibly mid. That's all stuff we can make otherwise. Like, neodymium's nice, but there's also a neodymium bee, so why would I care? Sheldonite's nice, but also all of the things in there are already automated. And everything in here is already automated. Mars bee? Well, that gives Mars comb. Which makes Mars stone dust, which makes some alright things. I mean, we have plenty of iron. Magnesium could be buffed, but also I believe there's way better ways of getting magnesium. Milk, what the hell? Oh, this is interesting. Oh, wait, how do we get this? Oh, it's ilmenite. Does Mars bee give candy bars? Thank you for that. I mean, maybe it's worth it for the magnesium. I don't see other bees making magnesium. I should look at this in an area where I can charge. Jeez, it's hard to get around here. Okay, we might just completely stop the Phobos bee. Because this doesn't seem good. This was the first bee we looked at, so I probably thought this was decent before I'd seen what the other bees do. What's the best way to farm aluminum other than bees? I don't even think we use bees for aluminum. What do we use? I know in most GregTech packs it's good to use stone centrifuging. It's a bit worse in GTNH, but still, if I go to the centrifuge here... What are all these? What the hell? Wait, these are actually kind of interesting. Because that gives tantalum. And these can all be made from bees. Some of these are actually really good. Wow. Antimony. I mean, it's kind of a small amount. Neodymium and chrome. Long processing line there. Clay dust. Yeah, I think clay dust is how you do it. Is there a way to... Wow, I'm unable to use my mouse right now. Is there a way to get infinite clay? Like in... Like in TFG, old versions of TFG. I mean, there's a bunch of bee ways of doing that. Here, you extract mud balls. I think that's the way to do it. Because then that's made with dirt and water, and then dirt is made with biochaff. And then the biochaff comes from plant mass, which comes from plant balls. And then the plant balls can come from just about anything you grow. So yeah, you can turn plants into aluminum, basically. Okay, I think we might just cancel the Phobos bee entirely. In which case, I am bringing DOB back here. Okay. So these cables will go to the hives. I can keep them IV, because the hives do not care about what voltage I give them. DOG reference? I don't know what you're talking about, but DOB is an acronym for something to do with just the amount of byproducts it gives. Because it gives a lot of byproducts, not enough to even fit on any eye here. There we go. I think that's our bottom layer finished. Yeah, we're starting with IO and series. So we have a bunch of centrifuges in storage now. Also, those are going to have weird overlapping issues, and so I think... Would it look better for me to rotate this like this? No, it looks weird. Plus I want to hide the maintenance hatch and muffler hatch because I need to move. Well, I need to add a muffler hatch. Since we're dozens of byproducts, I don't know. Understood as devourer of bees, isn't it devourer of gods? Oh, that kind of makes sense, but it would have, it has dashes in it. It's D-O-B. Not dots. Not periods. Can these share muffler hatches? I would really like it if they could. I guess I should try. Okay, all the IO will be handled on the top here, because this is where we're going to have our hives. So we'll have the cable up here. And then we'll have one main HV input bus for all of the stone dusts in here. Now, there's a bit of a problem here, and that is that the Jupiter Bee produces more than just centrifugal dusts. Same with the Jupiter Comb. There's Callisto ice in here. So I need to somehow get Callisto ice. There's tiny Callisto ice. I'll need to compact that. Oh, I could just melt it all. Dude, I could just melt the Callisto ice. That might be what I do. GT Modern lets that work. Yeah, but in GT Modern, only like 2 machines have muffler hatches. In GTNH, every machine has a muffler hatch. These damn centrifuges have a muffler hatch. Okay, I think this is just a big conduit thing. Or a subnet thing. Maybe I subnet this. Because I think... Hold on, do we have GTNH experts yet? Sometimes it takes a while for them to get in the chat. Which is more TPS friendly? Item conduits or a subnet? Because I'm not sure, I've been told both are kind of laggy. Anyways, we'll have this centrifuge for Jupiter Comb. Subnet? Subnet's less or more laggy? Less, okay. Then I'll design this accordingly. So... I think I just make it a free-for-all then. All these output into the same subnet. Yeah. So this will be Jupiter Comb. We'll make sure all Jupiter Comb goes in there. Literally everything else goes in there. Callisto ice? I don't know. I might just melt all the Callisto ice. But also I think I need it for stuff like supercoolant, and it'd be less convenient in liquid form. So maybe I just package it all. So there's all the outputs, there's all the inputs. Is this literally it for I/O? I think it is. Oh, there is fluid outputs though. I think all of these have fluid outputs. So I look at Callisto Stone. Oh wait, no? Really? Okay. Ganymede? No. IO. IO has some, I know this. This is sulfuric gas. And I can't even select all these. Ganymede doesn't have any. Callisto, wait, this is already checked. Europa. Europa has nitrogen. Europa Ice has oxygen. So we have nitrogen, oxygen, and gas. Make a separate storage subnet for DOB. All of these will have their own subnets. But DOB will probably have its own full cells, because Having a dedicated drawer for all the outputs there would be a nightmare. It would fill the entire room here. What the hell? Is there a quad output? No, there's not. Oh, come on. Server restart every time. Also, I'm realizing that these output buses are probably not even large enough. They're not a super output bus. So you need a separate recipe for a super bus. I don't care now. There's no quad output hatch, which makes things very inconvenient. That means I can't share output hatches. Also, let's not do LV. We're not that primitive. I could probably leave these all center. Just for symmetry's sake. Because this corner centrifuge here is different. It won't actually be doing any dusts. That's so annoying. Sometimes this wrench is just way too fast. Because now, really weird GTNH mechanic. By placing that hatch, I've now disconnected the cable. Why does it disconnect? I don't know. Now I have to go back around in here. Go find it, and reconnect it. Except it didn't get rotated right. Okay. Good thing I can teleport, because this would be somehow even worse earlier in the game. Okay. We're not gonna get this finished before server restart. Where did I put the maintenance hatches? Oh, right, they're hidden. Where'd my industrial apiaries go? Do we seriously only have 2? That's a problem. Fun. Gold is not auto-craftable. Dude, molten gold there. Make it with dust, because that's what we have. Then I need emeralds. I don't know how we get emeralds right now. I don't think we do, actually. I do have an emerald bee, and I think it's a pretty good emerald bee, so it should be pretty easy. Gives aluminum comb. Oh, gives purified emerald ore. Oh, that's so good. Because then I can just sift it. Unfortunately, we don't get any beryllium directly, but the emerald has beryllium in it. Yeah, I can just have an emerald bee, chemical reactor, sifter, and then I'd get all this. And then I'd probably have some laser engravers to automatically take chipped and flawed. And honestly, I'd actually probably just grind that up. Okay. Let's hope the server doesn't take too long to reset again, because yesterday it took forever. It's not looking great. Okay, now it's firmly off. That's usually what happens when it's about to turn back on. Surely. Sorry, I was eating, no reaction. What kind of lens does this need? We'd probably have either Terra or Emerald. No way we don't have a lime lens. I don't even believe that for a second. There, Terra lens. It's just called green lens. All the other ones are named after, like, what kind of lens they are. What it's made of. Just make 4. Oh, come on. Fine, I'll make 2 and then get the recipes for those other things. Glass panes aren't auto-craftable. Clear glass panes are auto-craftable, though. I like that. That's funny. As opposed to non-clear glass panes. Also, I'm pretty sure I know why it wants bronze rods, and I'm gonna quickly fix something. Yep, there it is. Then I can add 2 to this recipe, and there it goes. Oh, it might get stuck now, though. Yeah, it's gonna get stuck now. Oh, shit. No, it's not. Okay, we're fine. This used to be one of the most advanced things we could craft. And then I made an assembly line. These are all taking a long time. Ah. What the hell? Okay, so you're supposed to have blocking mode. You're also supposed to have glass. Where's all the glass? Apparently none of these had been made with glass before. Which ones? I need bronze, emerald, and apatine. Apatine? Why isn't it appetite? Don't do that. Not entirely sure why we still have this circuit assembler. Like, I think we could just make the other ones work on dual interfaces, but whatever. It's fast enough. Oh yeah, I was rewatching Goose's Garden of Grind series, and first of all, it is very weird to watch the videos of someone you actually know. Like, the first time watching, it's like, fine, it's a neurotic Goose, he's such a cool guy. Second time watching now, it's like, oh yeah, I know him. We're friends. It's a very odd feeling, I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, it's also very weird to actually understand what's happening watching that series. Like he went into bees, and I remember the first time watching, I just skipped it because it's forestry, and I didn't want to see a second of it. But then I see, oh man, he's using that proven frame trade to get 6 proven frames at a time. It's like, oh yeah, all the alveoli parts, they're so hard to make. And then other things like routing I'd pick up on, like, oh, how's he gonna get lava? And I go, oh, surely he's gonna use simmering comb. 3 seconds later, I'm gonna buy simmering comb. Oh, okay. Kinda scary, I don't want to know much about this pack, not gonna lie. Anyways, let's get our apiaries here. I need biome change, which is gonna suck. Because each of these needs to be jubilant. Jupiter needs hot and arid. Okay, that's just a desert. Because I want all of those byproducts. Some of these might have useless byproducts, though, I'm not sure. This one wants hellish arid. Which is going to make things a bit more annoying. Yeah, Io will need to be hellish arid. This is a nightmare of an inventory. We'll be updating to 2.9. I don't know. I've said in the past we're basically just waiting to have a meeting with the ducklings to ask if their base would break or not. Okay, Series B. Yeah, I want Series, because this is actually the most important one. Gives us beryllium and meteoric iron. It's the only one of these that actually gives unique products. That's hot and arid as well, though. Okay. I can make that work. I just need a lot of biome change potions, and that's what really annoys me. Because that means I need Diamond Vapor and Tear of a Goddess, and I don't know how to make that, and it's also Witchery, which makes me want to hurt someone. Okay, for now we only have 2 industrial apiaries, so I'll just do that. What? Do you not accept upgrades? Oh, now you do. Sure. The series was the same as Jupiter, right? Yeah, hot and arid. Okay. So this will be Ceres, this will be Jupiter. And then we'll have Io on the other side with a different biome. No flowers. Okay. Oh, wait. No, don't do that. Almost 500 now? Yeah, it's kind of crazy. YouTube's an easy game if you just ask a bunch of people to do something for you. I want to see how much this produces per cycle. Because that's kind of an important metric. $19? That's a lot. Oh shit. And this one's barely less. Oh no. I don't think I can handle that kind of throughput at EV. I think I have to upgrade this to IV. But I don't want to, because we don't have enough power for that. I'll get the UCFE soon, but don't have that yet. Okay. People in chat, I assume there's at least one person who's looked at the mod Witchery before. How do I get Tear of the Goddess and Diamond Vapor? Because so far, this is my method for making it. We walk over here, we search Diamond in here, and then we search Tear, and then there we go. That's awesome. It is a pretty nice way of making it. But I kind of need to be self-sufficient because that's all of their Diamond Vapor now. While I wait for the one Witchery player to answer, I will just use what we just got to make the biomes I need. I'll have to be very careful with how I splash these potions, or else I'm gonna have to arrange everything really weird. Okay, so we'll do the nether first. Thank you, Magnet. There we go. And now we go again. This time with spam lightning, apparently. What? Don't do this to me. Shit. What's in there? No, come on. Well, there goes my last diamond vapor. Wasn't even mine to begin with. What did I do wrong? Throw it in too fast? Why is Witchery such a dumb mod? I'm watching it back. That should have worked. It's literally bubbling pink. Brother. What do I do now? Oh. What? Sure. I'm kind of curious, if I were to get another one... Oh no, I probably wouldn't. Never mind. Okay. I'm worried that when I splash this, it's not going to have enough range. Because I don't know. But it says 3, so it should be good. 3 mentioned? Oh, that's way larger. No. Oh no. That's not good. Okay, this is a desert. This is also a desert. This is also a desert. Good. Why? What the hell? Okay, no longer a desert, I guess. Or wait. No, this is a desert. This is a desert. No, we're fine. Okay. No, I have actually placed all the biomes right. We're fine. Tear of the Goddess is from combining Breath of the Goddess and a Lapis in a distillery. Breath of the Goddess is from burning any sapling in the witch's oven. That is a bunch of bullshit. What are we talking about? Shit, I have to do witchery. That'll be for the next bit of bees, because now I have everything for the Jupiter section. Can you hurry up? Jeez. Forgot that this isn't made in the press right now. Because I haven't moved these patterns yet, so it's actually probably just stuck. Yeah, that doesn't look like a lot of honey. Why don't you have honey? Oh. Huh. Why did Aspect take that down? That was a perfectly good system. Okay. Give me a sec. We're gonna have to manually make some honey, and then I'll make it all just manual. I think that's how you make honey, right? Yeah. Not enough item output space. Well, screw you. That's not enough. So, for future recipes, I'll want honey to be automated. But the flute extractor does not have an item output, because why would it? So I'm gonna need to give it one. Just slap it on here. Why is this here? Okay, then I need a pattern for honey here. Can you do that with normal honey drop? There's honeydew, but I think that's literally worse. Literally worse, okay. I don't know why I only did 4 there. Have to be done with white stained? That's just any stained glass. Which one's auto-craftable? Gray stained? Sounds good to me. Okay, what circuit are these all on? This is no circuit, no circuit, no circuit. Really? Okay. How do you tame a horse in TFG? Oh, hold on. I'm gonna have to dig into the depths of my TFG knowledge. Shit, how do you tame a horse? I think you tame it like most animals, which is regularly feeding it grain every day. Grain, where do I find that? What do you mean? Every region has grain. Whether it's rice, or rye, or wheat, or barley, or oats, you have grain. Don't worry. In fact, I think maize works. Winter, I can't find wild plants anymore. Did you not get green in the summer? Bit of a fumble. What would I do then? I think I have some seeds. Yeah, plant those in the beneath or something. Okay, I'm actually gonna have to straight up reset this. But it means I can finally phase out these old-ass assemblers. Oh, some of them are still being used, okay. But this one will no longer be used. We do have one extra apiary. Okay. So is this working? Yes, these are all jubilant now. Jeez, that is so much! That's so much stuff! We're rich! The Jupiter comb goes crazy, though. This actually might be a bit broken. Okay, let's get our last bee installed here. IOB, and now we do routing. So I'm actually going to replace all these drawers. Which means I should probably change these bookshelves. Yeah, books are probably the best flower in the game, because they're literally just a block you can place. But basically all of them except End and Thaumic are completely fine. Crass jump scare. There. This is gonna be kind of interesting for me. Because I'm still new to subnets. I do understand them a bit now. I can build one unsupervised. I say that and there are currently 20 people supervising me, so... I'm gonna need a few more than just one. That's not right. Oh, I don't want to output these yet. So, all of these industrial apiaries will output directly into the subnet here. And from there, all of our storage buses will filter everything. So I can make this take all the Jupiter comb. And then this will take all of the dusts. There's a lot of dusts here. I think all the dusts are created by the Jupiter comb, though, so I think I can just bookmark them all like that. So those are all the things that are being centrifuged. Wow. Those are all the things that are being centrifuged. I don't want it to be... it really doesn't matter. I'll leave it like that. That's most of what's being produced, but then there's Callisto Ice. I think Callisto Ice will just go into the storage section. And are we basically done? That makes it so easy. I should add in the fluid interfaces. Oh, like this. Oh, it makes it so simple with the subnet. Because all of this just gets sent to the same, like, mess of cables. And I can just filter everything. This is basically functional right now. I don't even know how to explain to the people here who probably don't understand what's going on. Because subnets are kind of confusing. But if I got everything right, IO stone goes into there. Jupiter comb goes into here. And as these continue to output, once this finishes a recipe, it'll send everything out. It only ticks whenever it finishes. But all this should get sent out on this next cycle. And we can truly test those filters. There we go. Oh, Callisto Ice went somewhere. That's not good. Where would Callisto Ice have gone? Do I have to go grow crops in the beneath? Can I just grow them deep underground? I don't think it gets warm enough. I think at the very bottom of the world, like where you travel into the beneath, that area might be around 5 to 10 degrees Celsius. But I don't think it's that great. But yeah, this is all functional. Damn, that was easy. So let's get these running then. Jeez. What are you centrifuging? You're just making lead ox and oxygen. Is that Europa ice? Yes. And they're not using a full amp of EV, so this is a little bit efficient. This thing takes the Jupiter comb. I should probably filter some of these output buses. Because I don't want you taking non-Jupiter comb things. Oh, okay, how do I give you a recipe filter actually then? Because, yeah, this is going to run recipes that aren't Jupiter comb. I don't know how to stop that. I'd have to rearrange all the output buses, like have this one over here, and then move that there. I guess I'll just do that then. Also, wouldn't it make more sense for these all to be ME output buses? Because that's better for TPS. I'm still gonna place these temporarily just to test it. So this should be output filtered. Oh, but it only filters one thing. Wait, shit. Is this a thing I can do? No. I guess this separates it enough. No, but it's still gonna pull from this. I need help from the GTNH experts again. This centrifuge is sharing an input with all the other centrifuges. But I don't want it to ever use this. I thought I could just filter the output. But if I just filter this, let's say IO stone, then it'll block itself from doing any of these, and then it just kills itself. So how do I make this only do Jupiter comb recipes while still sharing this middle bus? Because I want all the other three, I want all three of the other centrifuges to do this. Oh. Hold on, output bus might actually just give me the answer. Make it prioritize the one input bus. Yeah, but if it ever empties, it'll do weird shit. Paint. Okay, paint will probably work. But yeah, this also says if I put a partitioned cell, that also filters it. And I was gonna switch to these buses anyways. Oh shit. Oh, there's a lot of stuff in there. We got titanium, silicon dioxide, leadox, galena, lazurite, and tungsten. Straight raw tungsten. We're already profiting. Anyways, let's get a 1K cell. Oh, I disassembled all the 1Ks actually. I do still have these though. Cell workbench is what I want. Then we go here. I need to bookmark everything this produces. But yeah, how would painting it work? Like, do I paint to the comb input and then paint... Yeah, I think how do I even word that? Like, I paint comb input, and then I paint that the same color as all these outputs. And then... Or no, dust input. And then I paint comb input, and make it share with that. Yeah, I think that's how that would work. That should work. Oh, never mind. Never mind, that has problems. take that back. Okay. Then we'll use our partitioned cell here. Don't think painting outputs works, yeah. But I don't need to partition that, because this can only have the right thing. This is the only thing that needs to be partitioned. There we go. And it can output. Let's go. And then if I ever need to expand, there's a spare apiary there. I think that'll just be a Jupiter apiary or a Io apiary, depending on how I'm feeling that day. Okay, somehow I unpainted that. That's weird. Okay, then I need a little bit of a storage network, and I'm not gonna use... Oh, I could, actually. I could just use an ME drive with a bunch of partitioned block cells. How'd I make a cell void? Is there just a void cell, or is that something I can do on the cell workbench? Deletes everything. Okay, so we don't want that. Overflow void card. Okay, that's what we'd want. Let's just get a bunch of block cells with that. What is that? Wow. Hi. Gotta love mid-game, well, mid and late-game GTNH machines. Cover half your screen with text. I want to see the network visualizer for this. Why does this work? This shouldn't work. Surely one of these broke by now. No, it's fine. It has channels. Yep, that is perfectly functional. So, we need some big cells. Is 256k ridiculously overkill? Yes. Is it ridiculously overkill enough? Is it like GTNH overkill? What are you doing right now? We have a subnet on top of these centrifuges that sorts all of the production of this Jupiter B, this Ceres B, and this Io B, and sorts them into the centrifuges, and now we have a bunch of outputs here that are... Yeah, in the bottom right you can see what they have stored. They have a decent amount of stuff that I want to start using. Nothing's ever enough in GTNH. Yeah, but I'm just wondering if we'll ever hit the limit of... How much would a 64k cell even hold? Because it's bytes, so each item is a bit. Let me get my calculator here. It's 500k. Someone already did that shit. 500k items. We can do more than that. We can do more than that. Come on. There's no way we need that much. That's 2 million items. Okay, how many outputs do we have? Oh, shit. Right. Probably too many outputs. I have to make sure there's no overlap here. So we do have tungsten already. There's no leadox yet. No lapis or lazurite. Okay, how many outputs is that? Oh, that's not all of them, though. This might be way too much. I guess I can partition each cell to store 2 different things. And then that's 1 million items of each. I think that works a little bit better. But again, this isn't everything. But it's all the important stuff, because this is going to be Tiny Callisto Ice and Beeswax, which... who cares? Like, I'll keep those for the sake of keeping them, but they'll probably just go in a 64k. And is there anything else? I think everything else will go into a avoiding 64k. How much is this? That's, 17 plus 10, 27. I can't fit that in one drive. Are we sure we're doing this with 256Ks? Make way more sense to just do 27 block cells. I'm gonna do that. Cause yeah, this is still 500k items. Like, that's still an incredible amount. I could also spam storage buses and super chests, by the way. That's another thing I could do. That would use 27 channels, though. Because each super chest is large enough like that. Yeah, we'll just do block containers. Oh, we need ME chests? What the hell? Why are these more expensive than just regular 64Ks? Oh, it's not more expensive, it's just that we don't have... We do have them auto-craftable. Well, whatever. I guess I'm dumb. Okay, now that we have that all worked out, let's make all of these. Are we being for real? Wait, you can just fluid solidify screws? Fluid solidifiers are way better in GTNH than any other pack I've seen. Just means everything's done in the same machine. Okay. So with all this, I just need to double check. Is there nothing else that we'd actually want? Also, this one's making literally nothing. 72-second EV recipe, making nothing. Love that. Oh, wow. You're only doing 2 recipes at a time here? A lot of comb to get through. Oh no, this whole system is, like, way too full. Okay, let's just... I think 27 is right. We'll do 28. And then I'll need all the voiding cards. Oh, that's a bit annoying. You need tungsten plates? Okay, the best way to do that would be vending machine. Better have more than to have not enough comb. Actually, I beg to differ. If you don't have enough comb, that means you're processing it all instantly. Which means you're getting your maximum resource yield. Not 20, I want 30. Apparently we ran out of tungsten, that's not good. Shit takes forever to smell. Hello? There we go. It's the wrong one, okay. That's gonna take a little while. Yeah, bees. So true. Except unfortunately we're not breeding any today. All the bee breeding was done yesterday. We're just setting up the systems to make them actually work. Why are you stuck? This would be done in here? I don't like the lack of materials in there. There's aluminum and... no, not aluminum and Certus. It's aluminum and stainless steel missing. I have no clue why that is. I'm just gonna put that in here. Finally the breeding streams are over. I have bad news for you. We'll be doing another one of those every, like, week or so. For the rest of the playthrough. Until I have Harmony. That's silver, that is not stainless steel. There's stainless steel. Okay, it's making the block container cells, the void cards are done. Time to empty my inventory, because this is 28 cells. That is a lot. There we go. One more. What bee is next? After now, like... Wait, which bee would I breed next? Probably Enceladus? Because it's like a Saturn bee, but better. Gives Enceladus slush, which is trinium and chrome and mysterious crystal, stuff like that. Pretty good. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go in order here. It's gonna take so long. Honestly, this is still probably better and easier than the alternative, which was spamming super chests and storage buses. This one will be beeswax and tiny piles. Do you like your second channel? Thank you. Welcome back. I do. I was like very unsure if it was a good idea to split for a very long time, and I've been debating that for a really long time, and oh, there's already a Galena cell. Okay, well, move that. But then, pretty quickly after I made the announcement video, I was like, oh wait, yeah, this is a really, really good idea. Or more accurately, not doing it was a really bad idea. Dude, what the hell would I do with Jasper? Like, who cares? Tantalite I can see. I like Tantalite. Iridium metal residue. I see that as well. That's good shit. Wait a minute. No, we don't have sodalite already. We do have U238 already, so there's 2 cells that we don't actually need. And that's good, because I actually needed fluid cells as well. Is this for AE2 type destroyer B? No, I'm not going to have block cells for that. I'll just have one giant 256k. In fact, can we do more than that? Ah, that's a fluid cell. Dude, what the hell? Here. Oh yeah, I can do this. We'll use this cell. This cell would be funny. Because that's what, 8 million items of storage? That's good enough for DOB, I think. And if I ever run out, I can just add another one. Can I do more than that? What would it be? Here. Okay, I can technically keep going. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. And this one's already stretching it. Don't you need void thing? Shit. I also need the fluid cells. How many fluids are we getting? We're getting nitrogen, oxygen, and gas, I believe. Just those. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the gas, because it's all sulfuric gas, but it's not in the main net, that's what matters. Okay, here. This one will be oxygen. Okay, right. How did that happen? What are we doing? This will be nitrogen. fine. This will be sulfuric gas, which honestly the best way to find this would probably be like this. Okay, now I need to put cards on all of them. Which I should have done in the first place. Oh, jeez. Whoops. We're gonna be methodical about this. I have 29 cells. And... oh wait, 29. Yeah, I have 29. I have 30 cards, so I should have just one card left over after this. If I have more than one, we know we missed something. There we go. Why is one of them green? This is a 64K rather than a block container. And this is just because it's beeswax and tiny piles of Callisto ice, which is something I could not care less about. Anyways, here we go. There, they're starting to fill up already. Let's go. Oh, I already have a cable. Device missing channel. Okay, it finally caught up to me. Not sure how to fix that, though. Because I would like the terminal to be here. The B product subnet? Yes. Which means it's much more long-term and TPS friendly than the old system. Oh wait, are these larger? Are the block cells larger than 500k? Graveburb? Because I was thinking they're 500k items, but you're implying that's more than that. Big cable in the middle ME output bus. This is not an output bus, that's the problem. Why is it still painted? Oh, that's what I would have accidentally hit. Really? Wait. That is really surprising. Apparently we're actually fine on these dusts. All the centrifuges kept up, and we're bottlenecked on this. I'll leave it like that. Honestly, we don't have the power. I'll upgrade it when we actually have power. Ah, where do I put the interface on that? Or not interface, terminal. Because, first of all, what the hell are even... What the hell is even happening with these channels? This doesn't have a channel. That explains why the other centrifuges aren't running. I can't really fix that with the way I've laid this out. Because I can't replace these with dense cables. There's already storage buses on them, but the storage buses and other things that just prevent me from doing that. Oh, hold on. Not necessarily. Over here, I can swap this. I need a magnet. Swap this for an ME output hatch, and then that can be a dense cable. This is jank as shit. No, it doesn't let me. Why? Oh, there's an interface there. I can't do anything about that. Shit. Though, having an ME output hatch actually fixes some other problems. Let me rearrange some stuff here. I don't have to have a dedicated hatch for each of the... Wait, it does save channels then. It does actually work out. That one is still gonna be output hatch like that. How are these even made? Oh, they need acceleration cards. It's a bit annoying. I think these should be pretty cheap nowadays. Okay, but what I was saying is I can save a channel by using ME output hatches, because now I don't have to worry about the output cache not having enough types. And that means we have, hopefully, one more channel. No, that doesn't look like that's the case. Put the controller 1 back. Can connect it via dense cable. I don't think that would work. I definitely have to move the controller, though. What happens if I do this? If I place this here, and then connect the sides. That's less channels, though, no? I can force it to distribute them a certain way like this. This might actually be good. I just need to figure out why the hell it won't power the thing. There's no power here? There we go. Did I do a smart? There we go. Beautiful. So it does show some of the things that I don't actually care about, like the bees. But I don't care. We do have one drawer right here for the bees. But that's fixed now. And there we go. So we mainly have Callisto ice. That's the dominant thing this whole system has produced. But we also have nearly a stack of Tantalite. Good amount of lead ox. Some chromite, galena, and some infused gold. This is our first infused gold. So I can use this to make my own thaumium without doing that mod. I can also make a catalyst. I can make fluxed electrum. Wait, this is actually a thing we can do now. Also, I kind of want to do this, not gonna lie. Someone said it fits the oil baron theme, and I looked at it and it's like, yeah, they're right. Anyways, so fluxed electrum just got unlocked. That's cool. think there should be more cables here. Or a dense cable. Oh, that's why I'm not insta-mining. I don't know why it won't place faster than that. I should use the matter manipulator for things like this. Shit. Yeah, I'm glad I did that. That was just 6 channels, and we're gonna have a lot more over here. Please? There we go. There we go. That's perfect. Dense cables just come right through the wall like that. It does not need to be a dense cable, though, I just realized. Because what I really need is... I need a P2P. Best I can do then is like this. Okay, so cyan has 4. This red net, though, has only 3. What was the one type cell called? A block container cell. I used them a bunch in E2E to store all my sieve outputs. Look at that. So this is just going to be generating all of these resources forever. And by the way, the bees that are being made here are incredibly good. I might use them as a breeding stock. Oh wait, no, they have really bad climate traits. If it weren't for that, I'd use them as a breeding stock, because shortest blinding, maximum books, 4x larger, machine booster, hot, arid. In fact, this is now a new trait I might start working towards. Larger territory. Because I think there's, smaller, small, normal... No, a smaller, small, average, large, larger, and maybe there's, like, a largest. But before it was average. Territory does nothing, but I like saying that my bees are perfect. block container partitioning 63 types to one thing has the same capacity. Okay, so I assume the block container is just as an early game way to get that big, because this is cheap. This is incredibly cheap. This is... Wait, this is basically MV if it weren't for the titanium. So yeah, it's a very, very cheap cell. 9 has been using these since early HV. Guys, we're finally passiving iron. Okay, let's set up DOB and then I'll end stream. So DOB is very simple. I think it only produces one thing. It doesn't need to be jubilant. And then we centrifuge it. So we're gonna have 4 centrifuges doing the entire thing. Well, doing the same thing. What am I saying? That was a lot of materials it creates. You don't even know, because it goes off screen. Yeah, there's still another, like, 5 rows after it goes off screen. Changing GUI scale doesn't help, by the way. I don't know why. I want to know how many partition drives you'd have to make for that. I'm not partitioning shit. I'm getting 2 256k cells and forgetting about it. In fact, I should pattern those now. Yeah, we can do that. But it needs an elite circuit board. Oh, shit. That's a bit annoying. Thank you, but do you like winter or summer more? You're asking an Albertan that. So, winter is negative 40 degrees Celsius, which is 40 Fahrenheit. Oh, negative 40 Fahrenheit. And summer is 40 degrees Celsius, which is around 100 degrees Fahrenheit. They both suck. They're both terrible. Honestly, I prefer winter. But, yeah. Also, apparently these are already auto-craftable. That's weird. Not gonna complain about that. Personally, I like really early spring, or late-ish fall, because that's when the temperature's fine and all the bugs are dead. That took me forever to figure out which machine I was gonna put it in, jeez. One question can immediately take me down from anything productive in this pack, dude. Which recipe am I using? I'm using a shit-ass recipe. Nice. Oh, I kind of had a reason for that. You know what? I don't care. cold, put on another layer and repeat, but if you're hot, there's only so much layers you can take off. Yeah, but that is kind of oversimplifying it, because, like, for someone like me, I have glasses. Cold weather means that if I go outside for more than a minute, I'm just legally blind the moment I enter the enter any warmed building. Just instantly, all the moisture in the room condenses onto my glasses, and I can't see shit. And also, you can't cover your whole body, you still need to be able to breathe, but then that means that, any facial hair you have instantly gets ice all over it. Negative 40 is insane, okay? You don't know. And if you have your hands out at all, if you have your hands just anywhere outside of your coat or your gloves or your pocket, you will stop feeling them. Sucks to suck. And apparently no one makes good gloves. I don't know why. Like, most of them don't even warm you, and if they do, then you can't really move at all in them. Used to stuff hand warmers in my gloves. Yeah, that's one way to do it, but again, if your gloves have little finger areas, then those hand warmers are doing jack shit for the actually sensitive part of your hand. First favorite season likely could be whatever season is opposite to the current one. Hey, I said spring, though. Oh, it's kind of summer now. You get replay mod to work? No. Replay mod does not exist on this version. There's a few attempted ports of it, but they hate GTNH with a burning passion, and they will try to kill you if you try to open it on GTNH. And we asked the... Actually, crazy thing, we asked some of Grian's modders for the Life series, because they got it to work on 1.7, and they basically said, yeah, we like working for Grian, but we're not gonna port something into GTNH for you, please leave us alone. Yeah, we did a lot of stuff before starting this series, though. Like, it was already planned since probably last June or May. Yeah, it was May when we created the Discord server. Most of the invites went out around July, and then after that was just constant planning, how we deal with server TPS, how we deal with motivation, and keeping people on the server. How we deal with uploads, if you need to stream or not on the server. Rules and stuff. We had so many iterations of the rules. You guys do not know. And there's probably 4 other series ideas that lived and died in that period. Completely different from Project Singularity. Might even try to bring some of those back. There are no fluid outputs here. That was stupid. I'm just crafting shit at this point. Okay. We go like this, and we'll have an input bus here. How do you do the building montage I saw you do? I got a second Minecraft account and ran 2 GTNHs at once. That's why the camera did not move at all. That's also why there were a few awkward cuts in there, because sometimes I would accidentally tab into that camera and it would instantly mess everything up. Also, all those streams are still public, because those are done during live streams. Throughout the streams it was a bit more laggy, it was finicky to move around the camera, because it's not done in post. I'd have to go, oh, I'm gonna build here now, so I move the camera over. And there's just a bunch of finicky shit. OBS often just killed itself mid-stream. I think one of those streams crashed. Some days I couldn't even get it working, and I'd have to cancel the stream for the day, because OBS does not like having 2 of itself open at once. Yeah, I have to open twice, because I have one recording in my main instance, which is what I'm live streaming, and one recording the alt account. So I have to have 2 OBSs. Okay, is this it? Is that all of the I.O.? I'm, like, staring at this, thinking, surely that's not it. But no, all the comb goes in here, and all the many, many byproducts come out there. That's enough cache, right? It should be able to output properly. And then we're still going to have 4 apiaries here, because DOB is the type of thing you just scale and scale and scale until you're basically tired of adding more apiaries with EV upgrades. I should go grab DOB. This thing's outputs will rival an Eye of Harmony. What the hell? You know what? We're gonna go big here. Where is it? 16x acceleration. Kind of well-timed music. Cool thing is, these industrial apiaries do not care about voltage input. Technically, they're all UV machines, and so I'm undervolting them. So, these are actually taking HV power, but I'm giving them IV power. And now I can make these EV. But I'm still giving them IV power. Where is the acceleration upgrade I just made? There we go. That is fast as shit. What? How many is it gonna make? $29? How long's the cycle? Okay, that's basically 1 per second. Still not enough, like I need more apiaries. You know what? Sure. Get another one. Also, how much is this using? Just over an amp of EV. Okay, that's really good news. That means its base processing power is actually much closer to 1 amp. Because this thing was basically 2 amps HV. This thing is just barely over a single amp of EV. Okay. I need the drive. And then I need the storage cell. Well, cells. But each of these is how much? That's 8 million. Okay. Oh, and it crafts so easy. So this is 16 million items of storage. They're ignoring voltage and intended feature. Yes. It's probably just some kind of compromise they had to make when adding acceleration upgrades, because normally GregTech machines are not supposed to be able to be upgraded. You get the machine you made, you'll never make it better than that. Except for macerators, apparently. There's a maceration upgrade chip. That's also GTNH exclusive, I'm pretty sure. Wait. We need another DOBB. We're gonna go like that. I think we have another pristine in here. There we go. That'll make a new bee. I love having that automated. So, I need books. I need more books for the second apiary, which we're putting here. Oh, I should probably connect that. There we go. Bookshelf connected texture, my beloved. That's a lot of comb. That's an incredible amount of comb. This is way better than I thought. I thought DOB was kind of a meme. And it's like, yeah, it produces a bunch, but it's really low percentages. But also, this is 75%. It's not a meme. This is incredibly scalable. What's the point of using the bookshelf? That is the flower for the bee. Because I've bred them all to pollinate with paper, I guess. This should basically be done now. Just need those drives. Device offline. I never gave this thing power. Void upgrade for barrel. You mean drawer? I did get a void upgrade. Oh, I did not. Thank you. I don't think I need to partition these at all. Just let them sit there. Oh, come on. I don't think I connected anything on the bottom. Yeah, this is completely empty. The hatches are connected, I just need to rotate this. Okay, even this is ridiculous. What? What are we doing? It just keeps going. He keeps scrolling. Yes. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful. This is balanced. I like that. Okay, we're gonna need some more bees. There we go, all doubled up now. Okay, this is way too powerful. We already have 3 Naquita. This is producing more Naquita than the Naquita bee. I like this. We're also producing heavy oil, apparently. We have 2 buckets of heavy oil. How much is produced by this? Oh, I've run out of power. It's unfortunate. Lignite coal. That's so useless. There's iridium in there. There's thaumium. I do like that. We have more Naquita than tungsten. We got some U235. Energetic alloy. Already pre-smelted, too. Love to see it. And the list keeps growing, by the way. I'm gonna need to recharge. Because I can't fly right now. I'm gonna mark down that ending in my notes, because notes. I need my notes. What time was that? There we go. Sorry, that's just gonna be useful in the summary video. Anyways, do I get more than that? Because on paper I should scale this up. Obviously, this is... The bigger these numbers get, the better it is. But, right now, we do not have power to spare. In fact, I believe we're dying right now. Yep, not good. So I can't afford this. We're almost using 300,000 EU per tick. And if I scaled this up, it would only make the problem worse. Well, not by much. That's only like 5,000 EU, right? Now we're talking. What's 5,000 EU in a base that uses 300,000? At this point, I should probably just take these refined bees. There we go, I can turn that into DOB now. An undervolt, why not use LV or something? No, that's not what I meant. The apiary takes a UV voltage, but it takes like milliamps of UV. So its voltage, the voltage it wants is technically, what is that, 200,000? No, 500,000. It technically wants 500,000 volts, but it only wants like 0.01 amps of that, and so I can handle that with lower voltage tiers. So these things are still wanting 2,500 EU per tick, but it's just that I can't explode the machines by giving it a higher tier. I don't know a better way to explain it. It's just kind of how GregTech handles voltage. So each volt is basically a packet of energy, And my IV cables are carrying packets of 8,000, and there's the machines are only using 2,500, and so it's waiting for the space to put in that 8,000 volts. But it doesn't really care what voltage it is. It's not going to explode. As long as it's receiving less than 2 amps, then it's fine. Also, I see on the chat overlay that a guy named Cracked said a message, but I don't see it in my chat. So once again, YouTube is filtering messages from me. Thank you, YouTube. Apparently my chat overlay can see everything, though. I don't see it. Go back in the live stream like 10, 20 seconds. It was on the chat overlay. Poor guy got filtered out. Okay, are you done yet? Taking forever. I can see him still. Yeah, he's just flagged as a spammer. Is this AI moderation? Come on, YouTube. Maybe I can, change some settings next stream. Poor guy. This is not the first time this has happened, by the way. I've seen this happen so many times to so many different viewers. Where's my industrial apiaries? You're stuck on alveoli seed, which should be made in here? Not in here. In here. It's just stuck. Weird. I'll try again. Maybe the old sieve recipe is still sitting around. Is it because of the amount of K's in their name? Maybe, actually. Maybe YouTube thinks he's like giga racist. The guy's just trying to watch a YouTuber he likes and he gets flagged for racism. Oh, that's not where you want to search. That's why. There's an assembler that has all the alveoli parts. But it's not the press. I thought I took apart this assembler, but whatever. Now it's missing orchard apple pollen. What the hell are we talking about? Okay, that is the right thing. No, I swapped you. There we go. Can't even add them. Damn. Wait, isn't that how YouTube treats banned users? Because you don't ban on YouTube, you hide user from channel. And that basically means they're still able to chat, they see their own messages, but no one else can. So I think they did get shadow banned. It's not just like messages being hidden arbitrarily, the whole account's gone. Poor guy. Okay, watch this. This is gonna be peak. Holy. So now we have 4 EV apiaries, all just dumping out all these resources. Got some conductive iron in here, some redstone, nickel, titanium, naquita. I'll have to somehow link these into the main net, it's gonna be really annoying. Now we can see him. It was his username. That's crazy. Well, time for a new username, I guess. Welcome back. It was. That's crazy. It filtered that for having 3 Ks. This is actually, like, fast production. Like, not even faster than I expected. Like, it kind of compares to the other bees. Also, this is automatic coal. We haven't been able to do this before. This is raw coal. Very random thing, but yeah, we had a problem with this a few days ago where I couldn't make a block of coal because all we had was the 600,000 coal dust, but no actual coal. I don't know what balanced shards are. Also, this is a source of all the Thaumcraft shards, which we haven't had to infinite yet. What else is new here? Thaumium. This is really good. This is incredibly good. Anyways, I don't have time for any more. I think next time we'll get the last 2 bees set up, and then after that we do UCFE, because the power grid is not ready for this. We are starting to stockpile tungsten and tungsten steel, though. That's good. But anyways, thank you all for watching, and God bless.